Yo, what is good, boys? In today's video, we got a little UFC news day, okay? New segment. Just came up with it about, I don't know, an hour ago or so. New segment. We're going to be pretty much, it's a UFC news day, okay? Like I said, we're going to be going over what's going on in the UFC, or outside the UFC, okay? With UFC fighters, okay? We're going to be going over it, okay? Once or twice a week, we're going to start doing this. Just a UFC news day, going on what's happening, covering the biggest things. I don't want to get too nitpicky with it, you know what I mean? Going over every little thing, okay? But we do got a couple of incidents that have happened recently, okay? A couple of situations that we got to get to the bottom of here. We're going to dissect it. We're going to put on those detective glasses and see what's going on here in the UFC universe, okay? As I like to call it. So, the first incident, we got Jon Jones. Buddy's up to no good. Buddy retired. He's already back on the streets of Albuquerque, New Mexico, causing a bit of ruckus, okay? Giving the old civilians, the old citizens a run for their money in Albuquerque, New Mexico. All right. And then the next incident, as you can see at the top of the screen, Illia Topuria, he's back at it again, trying to ruffle up Islam Makhachev's feathers. There was a couple things going on with this like a month or two ago, or not. When was it? It was around the first fight of the year, or the first card of the year, when they announced the White House card, about the whole Islam Makhachev, Illia Topuria situation, what's going on there, and about how, they were supposed to fight, and then Islam saying, no, it was you, and then Topuria saying, no, it was you, yada, yada. Well, we got some further details on that situation. Illia Topuria, we got a clip from him on an interview that we're going to go over, and then Islam Makhachev's response to said video and said interview. And then we got a few things from Fight Week that's been going on so far for UFC 327 that's happening this weekend. I'm so fucking hyped for that fucking card, dude. Oh my god. Get me fucking. I feel like a little chihuahua that's been locked up in a bird cage. Okay? I'm ready to run. Okay? I'm ready to run at UFC 327. I'm cashing so fucking hard this weekend. It's not even funny. Okay? And it's my birthday this weekend. Okay? I'm making cheddar. It's my birthday. We got UFC 327. One of the most stacked cards of the year that we've seen, and that we probably will see this year. Okay? I'm gonna be real. And then we got a funny post from with that, we got a funny post with Paulo Costa that I thought was pretty funny. So we're gonna laugh about that, whatever. And we got then we got the second comings of fucking Henry Cejudo. I've heard Josh Hokit's actually training under Henry Cejudo now for his media training. I don't know if that's quite true. I don't know if I just made that up. You never know. But we got Josh Hokit causing some ruckus leading up to UFC 327. Taking the crown of the Cringe Lord, okay? He's taking that crown. Okay, I thought Tommy McMillan was about to take the crown for a second, okay? After last weekend. But I think Josh Hawkins coming in like a fucking flying hawk, dude. He's coming in low. He's grabbing that fucking crown, and he's placing it on top of his big old bald dome, okay? So we're going to get into that as well. First up, first situation we got here. We're going to break it down. We got a clip from Instagram. This guy, Brian Beltran06, okay? But we're going to be watching it on Twitter on Champion Rounds, okay? Shout out that dude, for real. For the clip. It's a 30-second clip. We're going to break it down. What's going on in the situation. This is the situation with Jon Jones. Like I said, back on the streets of Albuquerque. But he can't stay retired and not get in trouble. He can't just ride off into the sunset. Just killing me with this dude. Like, just ride off into the sunset, okay? You're considered as a GOAT by many. You got everything you need. You got plenty of money. Just leave. Just leave. With all due respect, leave. Or come back. Or come back if I'll be down for that too. But just leave, okay? Go be a father. Go be a husband. Go be a good Christian man, okay? But we're gonna get into this 30-second clip. We're gonna break it down. Here we go. Without further yapping, let's go.
What, bro?
Okay. First of all, a couple things I noticed. Okay, so this young kid, sounds about 19, 20 maybe, early 20s. Looks like he's in a pretty nice car, a little street racing car, maybe a little tuned up car. Looks like a car guy. It appears they're in the parking lot of a Little Caesars. Okay, I'm going full documentary style with this. It appears they've got a Little Caesars sign in the background. I don't know why I'm Australian all of a sudden, but we got a Little Caesars. We're in the Little Caesars parking lot. We're posting up in the Little Caesars parking lot. He hops out the car, immediately says something to I don't know if you guys see him. It's a little dark out, but Johnny Jon Jones was just sitting there, right there, walking towards the guy. Let's rewind and see what he says. Hops out of the car.
What, bro?
What, bro?
Trying to get into?
What you trying to get into? Old boy says. Johnny Jones comes over strutting, hand in pocket. What's he got in the pocket? What you got in the pocket, Johnny? Huh? What you got in the fucking pocket there, buddy? See your hands, buddy. He's gonna continue to stay silent up until he gets up to this kid, and then he's gonna say a little something to him.
You're almost fucking hitting me, bro.
You're almost fucking hitting me, bro. Kind of sounds like Josh Hokit in the clip that we're about to go over. Funny enough. But Johnny Jones stays silent. Stone Cold Killer walks up to him. Onward. Okay. I don't know who edited this in the video. I don't know if it was the kid or not that posted the video. But it says most likely packing a pew pew from the look of his hand in his jacket. Onward.
You gotta calm down, bro.
Okay. Let's break down those first few words, because we can tell a lot off the first few words of somebody, right? You can tell a lot. He's obviously coming over to address the situation. He says, you gotta calm down, bro. Which I agree, okay? I don't know what we don't know what the exact details were leading up to the situation. But, here's Jon Jones. He's calm and collected, okay? It kind of sounds like a little bit of slur on the words. I don't know. I could be wrong. Might be off the boogie shoogie. You never know. But Jon Jones, you gotta calm down, bro. Which I agree with, okay? Kid comes out the car. What you trying to do, bro? I don't know if this kid just doesn't know who Johnny Jon Jones is, but, you're here, okay, buddy? You're here. You can't see my hand, but it's up high, okay? And you gotta be down here, buddy. You gotta bring that tone of voice down. You're talking to the GOAT. Onward.
Yeah, bro, you gotta learn how to drive, bro.
Bro, you gotta learn how to drive, bro, the kid says.
You gotta relax yourself, bro.
Jon Jones says in a very demanding voice, you gotta relax yourself, bro. Very straight to the point, okay? So the kid's insinuating, you gotta learn how to drive, bro. And if we know anything about Johnny Jones Bones, but he's got a little bit of an iffy driving record, okay? That's all I'm gonna say. I don't know if he thought the kid was a pregnant woman or something, or what was going on in the situation, okay? I'm not gonna say too much, alright? Onward.
You're almost hitting me with your truck, bro.
Okay, back it up a little bit.
You're almost hitting me with your...
You're almost hitting me with your truck, bro, the kid says. Johnny Jones Bones takes a deep stare into the kid's eyes.
Truck, bro.
Middle finger. Alright? This is like top 10 boss moments we got here. Top 10 boss moments on YouTube Shorts. This type of shit you see. Hold on, I'm sorry. Take a look at that fucking finger, though. Holy shit, dude. Like, oh, it's like a little fucking full-blown hot dog on Johnny Jones' hands coming here. Flips the kid off. Middle finger, kind of like a 7-year-old. It was kind of like you're trying to tell a 7-year-old something, and the 7-year-old's fuck you. Middle finger.
You're almost hitting me, bro. What the fuck?
Kid says again, you're almost hitting me, bro. What the fuck? Johnny Jones walks away. Clears his throat, walks away.
In my fucking lane and shit, bro.
Guy says, in my fucking lane and shit, bro.
Come on.
Come on. I don't know what exactly he was insinuating with the come on, if he was like, come on, let's get down, or what. But I really think this kid just didn't know who Johnny Jones was, okay? Because he's talking with a lot of confidence right now. Or maybe he just didn't care. Maybe he had his own water gun in the car, if you know what I'm saying. But yeah, a little bit of a 7th grade move there from Johnny Jones Bones with the sausage finger. Phew. Shoots the middle finger at the guy, walks away. I will say, based on Jon Jones' past, we do know Buddy likes to get frisky out of the cage as well, okay? So I would say he handled this pretty good. Okay, gets back in his truck. I'm guessing he leaves or whatever. I'm guessing that's the end of the situation. But then we take it to the Twitter per Johnny Jones. Okay, excuse me. But he loves to bring it to the old Twitter like a day or two after the situation, try to defend himself, which I respect. Okay, I respect that. Okay. So the first tweet we got from Johnny Jones Bones. I don't know exactly when this video came out. It was posted on April 5th by Champion Rounds, but could have been posted before by Mr. Brian Beltran on Instagram. So we're going to get into Johnny Jones' tweets here. On April 5th, he says, and I quote, sorry. Why does it keep doing that? All right, he says, this kid proceeded to chase down my car for 2 blocks, revving his engine and trying to intimidate me. I'm glad this happened to me and not one of the senior citizens in our community. I'm proud of myself for standing up for myself and not allowing that kind of bullying or intimidation. So that's what we got from Johnny Jones Bones. Okay. Basically, he's saying this guy pulls up on him in the community. First of all, let's rewind that here. Community. I'm sensing a bit of lies coming out of Johnny Jones here. I don't know what he's talking about, but this does not look like a community. This looks like a little Caesars parking lot to me, buddy. Whatever. Maybe it started in Johnny Jones' neighborhood. Maybe this kid lives in the neighborhood or something. Followed him or something, was trying to rev up his car. Because it appears Johnny Jones Bones. I gotta stop saying the full name. Holy shit. Appears Jon Jones has a pretty nice truck there. So maybe the kid pulled up next to him, revving his engine or whatever. Maybe he knew who Johnny Jones was. But I don't see him just targeting him. Okay, I don't just see this random kid just targeting a random truck on the road and revving his engine, trying to intimidate Johnny Bones Jones. Okay. He says, I am glad this happened to me and not one of the senior citizens in our community. Looks like Johnny Jones kind of try to play this off as like, hey, buddy, like, what the hell? Okay, the hell, you're being a jackass on the road. What I'm really gathering for the situation. Okay, I'm saying a whole lot of something, but I'm not saying what I'm actually thinking. Okay, let me lock in for a second. Here's what I'm getting from the situation. Johnny Jones Bones and this kid leave the neighborhood at the same time. Let's say that. Okay. This kid comes up to Johnny Jones on his car. He's revving the engine. Maybe he's just revving the engine, period. You know what I mean? Cars are loud. This guy's got a nice car. Nice little street car, it looks like. So maybe he's just revving the engine. Maybe Jon Jones took it a little too personal. Maybe he's beside the kid. Who knows? Okay. But then I'm guessing the kid pulls over. Maybe Johnny Jones falls. Maybe the kid was going to get some Little Caesars, bro. Maybe the kid in the car was going to get some Little Caesars. Johnny Jones follows him. And he's like, hey, bro. The kid sees that the guy's coming. Maybe he doesn't know it's Johnny Jones. He sees this guy's following him. Gets out of his truck. And is obviously walking towards him to engage with him. Maybe the kid, immediately enters self-defense mode. Maybe that's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking the situation might be. But yeah. And then a couple days later, on April 7th, this was on April 5th, and the video was posted on Twitter, at least, on April 5th as well. 2 days later, Johnny Jones says, I swear being famous is a double-edged sword. I can land in any country in the world and receive unbelievable love and hospitality, but let me give some entitled street racer the middle finger, and suddenly it is national news. Was this a Karen situation, maybe? That could be the other side of the story. Maybe this kid was street racing another kid or another car or something. And Jon Jones is all Karen on him, like, fucking stop that. Not in my fucking neighborhood. Okay? Maybe something like that. Who knows? Johnny Jones does love to, he likes to keep Albuquerque, loves to keep Albuquerque, New Mexico in check. Okay? As we heard on the Joe Rogan podcast. He was fucking taking fucking spray paint cans out of people's hands and telling them to go the fuck home. Okay? According to the Joe Rogan podcast, Johnny Jones cares a lot about the Albuquerque, New Mexico community. All right. That's pretty much all we got on the situation. I don't know what this is. Yes, that photo has been haunting my social media for the last 2 days. Got a feeling that one's gonna be around for a while. Oh, I'm guessing that's the middle finger photo, maybe, or something like that. Maybe somebody screenshotted it. That's pretty funny. But yeah, this kid saying that Johnny Jones is trying to hit him. Johnny Jones goes up to him, says, "Calm yourself, buddy." And then he takes it to Twitter to back himself up from the old media. All right. I don't think there's much more to this situation. It's a pretty funny situation, though. It's always good to see Johnny Jones keeping Albuquerque, New Mexico in check, boys. All right. Which is going to bring us to the next topic of the video. The next topic on the UFC news this week. Was this week? April 6th. Yeah, it was Monday. All right. Excuse me. So I don't know if this is the actual interview that posted this, or that maybe this was a different account, but MMA Pro Picks posted this video. Shout out that dude. With an interview of Illia Topuria. And it is in Spanish, so I'm gonna break it down and kind of be the narrator for the captions here. And we're gonna go over what he's saying. Starts off, he says, the interviewer says here, "I ask you about Islam.
Tú te fuiste a dormir
You went to sleep," says the interviewer.
sabiendo y pensando que
"Knowing and thinking that I was going to fight Islam," says Illia Topuria.
iba a pelear con Islam. Y te despertaste.
"You woke up," the interviewer
Me
says.
desperté, no.
Illia Topuria says, "I woke up." Well, they woke me up with a lot of phone calls saying it was going to be against Justin. I'm guessing he's talking about the UFC. Called him up, maybe. So let's paint the picture. Illia Topuria taking a nice little nap. All right, wakes up, phone calls, phone's ringing. "Hello." Is that a good Illia Topuria impression? "Hello. Justin?" "Oh, fucking bitch, motherfucker." And then I'm guessing has a conversation with the UFC. The UFC says, "Hey, bro, it's not happening." And this is from Illia Topuria's side of the situation. Okay, this is not confirmed by the UFC. UFC calls him, says, "Hey, Islam's out. You're fighting Justin."
Me despertaron
See what happens
con
next.
muchas llamadas al teléfono de que iba a ser en contra de Justin. ¿Te decepcionó?
Interviewer says, "Was it disappointing?"
Un poco.
Which is insinuating that he was supposed to fight Islam.
Es lo que te digo, no.
Topuria responds with, that's what I'm telling you. I don't involve my feelings or emotions in things that are out of my control," which is insinuating that the fight fallout was not because of him. It was because of Islam Makhachev.
No involucro mis sentimientos ni emociones en cosas que están fuera de mi control, ¿sabes? Si estuviera en mi control.
He says, if it were in my control and it were because of some of my fault, well, maybe I would be worried, but
Y fuera por algún fallo mío, bueno, pues tal vez me preocuparía, pero como está fuera
as it is out of my control, what can I do?
de mi control, ¿qué puedo hacer?
¿Por qué no?
Why doesn't Islam want to fight you? The interviewer asked.
¿Por qué Islam no pelea contigo? Porque ya en las
Because he already had the chance at lightweight.
155 tuvo la opción.
No lo sé.
I don't know. They are weird people, says old Illia Topuria. They are weird people. Who's he talking about? Muslims? What are you talking about? What are you talking about here, bro? Gotta be a little bit more specific, Illia Topuria. All right. I don't know who they people is. Maybe he's just talking about Khabib's team in general. Ali Abdelaziz. I don't know who he's talking about specifically here, but I think that's about it. Let's see.
Extraño.
Strange people. I don't know, he says. All right. So let's recap that a little bit. Illia Topuria says he apparently has this fight booked with Islam Makhachev, right, for a few hours, all right, according to the timeline here. Takes a little nappy poo, gets woken up by phone calls. UFC says, hey. Dana White calls him up on the phone. Hey, kid. You're not fighting fucking Islam. You fucking bullshit. You're fucking fighting Justin now. Illia Topuria says, all right. Maybe returns to his nap. I don't know. He didn't really elaborate there. But, and then the interviewer asked him, well, why doesn't Islam fight you? Why do you think Islam doesn't fight you? Illia Topuria says they are weird people. So he's talking about a group of people here. Maybe the management team of Islam Makhachev, who knows? But now that we got that side of the story covered, let's go on to Islam Makhachev's side of the story. Because we got a little back and forth here again between the two stars of the UFC. Islam Makhachev responds, looks like same day, assuming that this interview was posted on April 6th. Islam Makhachev responds the same day. I'm tired of hearing made-up stories from Topuria and his team. I've got the call and accepted the fight at the White House. The next day, I was told he asked for an unrealistic purse. The UFC declined, and he pulled out. That's it. Nothing more to it. Even his manager confirmed it. Illia stopped talking. Every interview you give tells a different story. You pulled out, and you know it. You know it, buddy, says Islam Makhachev. So we got a little back and forth here, okay? You did it. You did it. Back and forth. Ilya Topuria says, no, it's because of you. You pulled out. Islam Makhachev says, no, it's because of you. You pulled out. Now, here's why I take Ilya Topuria's side on this situation, right? If it was because of the unrealistic purse, all right, why would Islam Makhachev give up the opportunity of fighting at the White House? Okay, because if you think about it, yeah, it doesn't really add up. Like, Islam Makhachev has been calling out the White House. He's been, Trump, open the White House, or whatever he said in his post-fight interview of the JDM fight. Sorry, I was getting distracted there. But yeah, I'm just kind of confused on that situation, because I feel like if Islam was supposed to be on the White House card, I feel like he would have pushed harder, maybe tried to get another fight, even if Ilya Topuria didn't want to fight him. Maybe the UFC told him, hey, since you guys aren't going to fight each other, let's just put you on a different card later on. But and maybe Islam was okay with that, you know, because maybe he couldn't control it, because maybe it was Topuria that pulled out. But I just don't see, if it was Topuria's fault for doing the unrealistic purse, I don't see why the UFC would put him over Islam Makhachev, because they're around similar, or I don't think any one of them is too much bigger than the rest, you know what I mean? So I don't feel like the UFC would pick one over the other to go on the White House card, you know what I mean? So yeah, it's just a funky situation, but I'm glad the beef is continuing a little bit. I'm kind of happy that the beef is continuing a little bit, because that gives us hope that maybe this fight will someday happen in the future, okay? You know, because if they keep continuing the beef, eventually, hopefully they'll fight. I say what we do here, we have Topuria. If I'm in the UFC's position, we have Topuria fight at the White House. We give Islam a fight July, maybe August. Throw him on one of those cards as the main event. You know, so they can make another bag. And then set him up for the end of the year. Maybe early 2027. You know, so that Ilya Topuria has time to adjust weights and stuff like that. But yeah, tricky situation. Excuse me. Tricky situation here. A lot of back and forth, knows you type of situation. But Islam Makhachev, he seems pretty confident in this statement here. He said even his manager confirmed it. I don't really know what he's talking about there. Maybe I haven't done my research enough. But it's about it on that situation, on that topic. Sorry. So yeah, Jon Jones, Ilya Topuria, and Islam Makhachev going at it again. I've been dreading this sport. Which brings us to the Josh Hokit incident. Okay. The evolved Henry Cejudo is at it backstage at UFC 327 Media Day. Yuri Prohaska and Josh Hokit get into it backstage at UFC 327 Media Day. Another post by Champion Rounds. Shout out though. And I will say, the first part of this clip, I cannot really hear what Josh Hokit says, so we're gonna listen closely here. Let's get into this.
Man, stay where you are.
So I hear Yuri, but I think Josh Hokit said something before that.
Man, stay where
He says something, homie. Okay, he's got the beanie pulled down over the eyes. He's full cholo mode. All right. Yuri Prohaska says, "Hey, stay where you are." Okay. Josh Hokit goes to walk away.
Stay where I am. I'll cut you up with this lightsaber, homie.
Josh Hokit has a lightsaber for some reason. He has a lightsaber for some reason. Josh Hokit, man, this guy's a fucking character. He said, "I'll cut you up with this lightsaber, homie." Lightsaber, not lifesaver. Lightsaber. Josh Hokit threatens Yuri Prohaska with the one and only lightsaber. Goes to walk away.
Stick your head on Alex Pereira's body, homie.
Says, I'm going to slice off your head and stick it on Alex Pereira's body, buddy. He's got to get better, man. If you're going to be the cringe lord, be the cringe lord, but at least be able to talk trash, talk trash to where it's funny. Like, what does that even mean? All right. Let's see what happens next. Brutal Mog here by Yuri Prohaska. Pulls out the phone, probably checking the weather app or something like that. With the fucking with the watch blinging. He looks pretty confused. This guy even looks more confused back here in the blue shirt. Like, oh shit, what's going on here? did Yuri just go in for an energy hone there? What the fuck just happened? The fuck? What is going on there? I didn't even notice this part. Clenches his fist, hones the energy of the samurai. Gives a little head nod. And Josh Hokit transitions into this next clip that we're gonna play from old Josh Hokit here. Shout out UFC 5th round. Shout out who posted this originally. MMA Junkie.
Number 4, and I'm gonna saw off his head and put it on Alex Pereira's body, and then I'm gonna take number 3 and stitch it.
This is a hard watch. I can't lie. This is a hard watch. He's talking about cutting off Yuri Prohaska's head. Yuri Prohaska's holding the fucking energy of the samurai after fucking Josh Hokit, threatens him with cutting off his head with the fucking lightsaber.
To the anus of
Says something about the anus
number 2.
of number
And then I'm gonna take number 2's head and I'm gonna stitch it to the anus of number 1, creating some type of human.
I don't know if this guy does drugs, maybe, or he's really just playing into the character. But this guy, Josh Hokit, man, he's a fucking character. I like it though. A lot of people are hating on him. We could probably go to the comments here. Well, there's only 4 comments on this one, but let's see if we got anything here. Fucking gee bag. Yeah, I've seen a lot of hate comments on Josh Hokit, but I'll tell you one thing. This guy's promoting himself, okay? Which is what we need more of in the UFC for it to be entertaining. Hold on, let me pause this. Which is what we need more of in the UFC. We got these fighters up here that go, oh, no shade to Max Holloway, but we'll find out Saturday night, yeah, that's about it. We'll find out Saturday night. Yeah, that's it. All right, is the press conference over? All right, yeah, we'll find out Saturday. We'll find out Saturday night. Yeah, and that's all we get from them. It's like we need entertainment like this in the UFC. So I don't think it's a bad thing. It is cringy, yes, but it's also good publicity for Josh Hokit. It's a good way to promote the fights, which is going to bring us to our next little promoting ad for UFC 327 this weekend. We got fucking Paulo Costa in the lab here, cooking up some fucking equations here on the board, on the whiteboard. That's how you know he's serious. Says, fuck you, Sada. Looks like we got some chemical compounds or whatever you call that. Ingredients. Not really. What the? Nina something. Nina? Dana P? Yeah, Paulo Costa's doing some shit in the lab. So hopefully we get that secret juice out here soon. It says these are the ingredients, some legal, others we don't talk about. Again, more promotion. And again, more people, bitching about it on the Twitter, on the Instagram, on the TikTok. Oh, this is cringy. Oh, it's good promotion for the sport. It's good promotion for the fights. It's funny. We got fucking, wait, can I actually? Oh yeah, here we go. We got Paulo Costa cooking up in the lab here, as we can see here. He's got the jacket on and everything. Oh, it says Chechen tears. That's what it says. Okay, and Nina juice, whatever that might be. I'm sure there's a lot of juice. around the UFC fighters from Nina, but that's not the topic of today's video, okay? That's gonna do it. That's what we got for the UFC news. Not a lot, just a couple things that I thought were funny. These are the main two things that I wanted to go over: the Jon Jones incident and the Illia Topuria and Islam Makhachev beef. It continues on. Will we see this fight someday? Hopefully. Hopefully. Probably not, but because it seems like it's a lot back and forth. Somebody's scared to fight somebody. That's all I'm saying, bruh. That's all I'm saying. Somebody's scared to fight somebody. Illia Topuria, Islam Makhachev. Will we ever see it? Let me know. If you guys are seeing the video, what do you guys think about these situations? What do you guys think of the UFC news episode 1? Without further ado, I'm gonna quit yapping. And we're gonna drop the prediction video for this beautiful card. Let me pull it up. Pull it up. Pull it up. Pull it up. Let me pull it up. Fuck. No, it's what? God, just take a look at this card, man. Oh my God, bro. It's so beautiful. It's so beautiful. So beautiful. We got Yuri Prohaska, Carlos Hallberg, Azamat Murzakanov, Paulo Costa, Curtis Blades, Josh Hokit, Dominic Reyes, Johnny Walker, Caleb Swanson, Nate Landwehr, Patricio Pitbull, Aaron Pico, Kevin Holland, Randy Brown, Mateus Gamrot. Yeah, you guys get the point, okay? This is a fucking banger of a card. I'm probably going to start at the prelims. For the last card, I just did the main card. I'm probably going to start off at the prelims here. Maybe even the early prelims. I guess there's only 3. We'll do those as well, I guess. Just an absolute heater of a card. Probably the best card we're going to see this year. One of the best cards. We get the White House card and shit, which is a good card. But yeah, that's about it for this video. UFC news day 1, or episode 1 completed. I'm going to get this posted. And if you are seeing this, please hit the follow button or hit the subscribe button. Hit the like button. Flame me in the comments for yapping. Let me know what you guys think of the news if you guys are seeing this. And I shall be back in a couple days, or probably tomorrow. What's tomorrow? Thursday? Yeah, we'll be back tomorrow probably with the predictions for UFC 327. I went 3 for 3 on my parlay last weekend on the fight night, Moicano versus Duncan, and we're looking to do the same on UFC 327, but even more. We're cashing out even more. All right. I'm going to shut the fuck up. Peace.